la ocasión, hemos visto una...
After coming off the bench and playing limited minutes early in the season, Roberts lost 25 pounds and has started the last 13 games for Orlando, averaging 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. Suddenly, the gamble seems to be paying off, and even his critics are beginning to take notice.
I really think Orlando made a wise move in acquiring Stanley Roberts. He's big, he's wide, he's strong. They still think there's a lot of potential that they haven't seen yet.
From someone who's just starting out in the NBA to one who's been around a while, we focus on Chick Hearn in this week's News, Notes, and Quotes. Last week, Chick broadcast his 2,500th consecutive game for the Lakers. And for Chick, there have certainly been some memorable moments.
And that would be second place now in the assist department. That ball hit me right in the head.
It's crunch time, and you really feel that. I mean, it's a lot of things.
See those hands?
Yeah, hey, Chick, that's good. I told you should be out there.
A player with truly great hands was Knick legend Dick McGuire, who this past Saturday had his number 15 retired at Madison Square Garden.
For him to not be in the Hall of Fame is a mortal sin. My brother Dick distributed the ball before people understood distributing the ball.
Finally, the Cleveland Cavaliers will have to do without starting guard Craig Elo, who suffered a knee injury and likely will be sidelined until the playoffs. Coming up on NBA Action, an inside look at life in the paint.
Everything good happens in the paint.
And we'll count them down as we take a look at the top 10 plays of the week in our courtside countdown.
Liddell with the alley-oop, and it goes right in the basket. Incredible!
This week, the dynamic floor leader of the Golden State Warriors holds court.
Shot clock at 3. Hardaway for 3. Jump shot away. Good! The killer crossover. Oh, brother. Crouching defense, and Hardaway responds to the call. Hardaway!
In only his third year, Tim Hardaway has already achieved a stardom far beyond many expectations. Golden State made him the 14th pick in the '89 draft, but skeptics quickly doubted Tim's ability.
Has a very suspect, a very unusual, let's call it questionable jump shot.
No, let's call it ugly. Let's just call it...
Hardaway began his first season with the Warriors, not knowing when his chance to prove himself would come.
My first year, I thought I was just going to be on the bench, coming off the bench, learning from Winston Garland or who else was here. The coach put me in right away and said, "Yo, you my man. You know, this is what we drafted you for." He said, "Go with it. Let's play with him."
Hardaway races it down. Hardaway going all the way. It's a big possession right here. Hardaway for 3. Hardaway. Oh, he got it. Plus the foul.
But once he got the ball, Tim dazzled any disbelievers with his enormous talent.
Shot clock to 3. Hardaway. Oh, what a shot by Tim Hardaway. Plus the foul. Unbelievable.
But perhaps Hardaway's greatest asset is his confidence. This little guy backs down from no one, and his fearless attitude is unshakable.
I've been playing against bigger guys all my life, so I know how to go in there and take the contact and shoot over a big guy.
Hardaway fakes the 3, gets around Lang, gets around Curry, puts it up and in.
Hardaway's in-your-face attitude is a result of owning one of the game's most lethal weapons.
This is what I do when I come down. Freak him, come like that.
Hardaway, the killer crossover, he gets it. Hardaway, the killer crossover.
I've seen people with great crossovers, and they were effective with it. But Tim is so fast. Not only will he blow by you, he will embarrass you when he goes by you.
Here's Tim Hardaway behind the back. Oh, he spins and scores.
And don't think Hardaway doesn't enjoy it.
That's what I like to do when I'm out there on the court, just have fun and laugh and trick people and make good passes and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Going bad. Got this one in bad.
Hardaway's got it. Warriors by 15.
Playing the game with an energy and flair all his own, Hardaway truly is one of a kind.
Here's Hardaway. The inside! And it counts! Tim Hardaway!
Now the answer to our trivia question. Alvin Robertson is the only guard to notch a quadruple-double in a game, doing it against the Phoenix Suns in 1986.
Steals and the assists, the rebounds, those were just hustle plays. I was just out there doing the things that I normally do, and the ball was just coming my way.
The heat was on in Miami as Glenn Rice was doing it all this week. Averaging almost 30 points a game, Rice began by scorching the bullets from the inside and outside.
Topside long swings it to Rice for a three. Good.
Staying hot against Boston, Rice poured in 31 and led the Heat to victory. Friday night, he slam dunked Denver and then lit up the Hawks. Rice for three. Beautiful. Blazing new trails on the road this week was Drazen Petrovic. He began with 26 in Golden State. And then against the Celtics, his career-high 39 helped erase a 19-point deficit.
Petrovic drills another one.
Versus the Knicks, Petrovic kept smoking as he helped snap a 13-game losing streak in New York.
5 on the 24. Petrovic for three.
Perhaps the hottest player this week was the Lakers' Sedell Threet. Against the Knicks, he just couldn't miss, beating New York at every opportunity and notching a career high.
Something has to be done about this man. Threet again. He has 42.
And in Atlanta, Threet soared past the Hawks.
Hawks trying to put early pressure on, and Sedell Threet goes all the way.
Sedell took his shooting touch into Cleveland for this week's marquee matchup. And spearheaded by their floor leader, the Lakers were looking to continue their winning ways on the road as they jumped out to an early lead.
And there you see Sedell go to work.
But Cleveland, tough at home, surged ahead in the first quarter behind some precision passing. And in the second, they built on their lead.
Double team, ball squirts loose, a held to Terrell Brandon. He feeds it to Ferry. And Danny Ferry caps off the play.
Countering for LA was guard Byron Scott, who was feeling it.
Pure jump shooter. When he's hot, he gets real hot.
Although Scott had 14 points at the half, the Cavs went into the locker room with a 4-point lead. Cleveland came out for the second half determined to mount a furious onslaught.
AC stripped by Price. 3-on-2 Cavaliers with the fast break. Henry James spin move instead, and he got it to drop.
Behind Mark Price's pinpoint passing, the Cavs lead grew to 13. And the desperate Dunleavy could only hope that Scott would continue to sizzle.
Open man, Byron Scott. And the three is good.
Now, in our inside look, we take you to where everyone wants to go, the paint.
Everything good happens in the paint. You can get in that area, you have three options. You can either pass the ball, you can keep your dribble, or you can score. And there's nowhere else on the floor you can do that from.
Just want to get in the trenches. Just want to get in there because there's no action out there.
I start every game with the idea that the key is my area, and if you come into my area, you're going to have to deal with me.
Players of all shapes and sizes vie to control this crucial area because many games are decided in the paint.
I think all the emphasis comes to keeping everyone out of the paint, and the offensive emphasis is getting into the paint.
Being a guy who plays in the paint area and being 7'1", a lot of times when you have those guards, those pesky guards, you want to let them know that they do not belong in there.
That's a house job.
But sometimes the little guy can establish residence.
The reason why I like it's the odds. There's no way that people think when you go in there with all these big trees that you're even going to come out of there.
Long pass drifts into the corner. Richmond takes it to the inline. Oh, he flips it up and in. Isaiah gets Curry. Drives it. Finger rolls. Left the end. Fills it up. Anthony. That is a drive.
A lot of times guards will come in the middle and they'll think that they can get the shot off or shoot a layup and they're going to be quick enough to get around me, and just because of, you know, timing and wingspan, I can still block the shot, so you get a lot of them that way.
But when the bigger player comes up short, there's no place to hide.
Regardless if I block 6 shots If he makes that one against me, they'll remember the one that he made, not the 6 that I blocked. So that's the mentality that a big guy has to have when you're dealing with the little guys down in the paint.
For bruising big men like Karl Malone, the credo is simple.
I don't think they got any business running across the lane and things like that. I think you have to let them know that, hey, this is where I live.
For the game's most imposing players, life down in the paint is not for the faint of heart.
You have to be physically and mentally tough to go down there.
I want to get in there, get down there, get hit, and come out a winner.
The paint now. Get ready for the week's most amazing action. Counting down from 10.
5, 4, 3, 2.
In our courtside countdown. At number 10, Utah gets a rebound out of the blue. Edwards, that is.
Oh, a nice reverse putback by Blue Edwards.
Number 9, the Cavs' John Battle won this battle against Phoenix as he puts it up with a left hand.
And he throws it up and in. What a tough shot by Battle, and he'll head to the line for 3.
Here's a king and a prayer as Dennis Hobson hits this bomb from half court.
And good! Three-pointer for Dennis Hobson from half court.
Next, take a good look at this no-look dish from the Blazers' Danny Ainge.
Yes, and it counts. A gorgeous pass from Danny Ainge to set up Buck Williams.
And a 1-2 punch in Chicago as Jordan staggers the Celtics and Pippen delivers the knockout.
And Pippen with the steal. Did he get it in time?
Yes, sir. Coming in at number 5, it's Stacey Augmon with an awesome move against the Lakers.
Rebound up there.
Oh! That's the spark that the Hawks need. The inside play of Augmon.
And you've heard of no-look passes, but here's a no-look shot by Clyde Drexler.
Flips it up. Oh, my! He didn't even see the basket.
Number 3, Isaiah Thomas may have missed the shot, but he wasn't sitting down on the job.
Great pass by Isaiah. The ball came into his hands while he was on the ground, and he just flipped it to a flyer.
At number 2, Spud Webb split 2 Rockets for this circus shot.
In reversal, how did he make it? Spud Webb with an impossible shot.
And in our play of the week, a new chapter is added to the legend of Larry Bird.
He fires. It's a three-pointer, and he's tied the game. The scoreboard reads Boston 122, Portland 122.
I'm Jim Fagan. See you next week on NBA Action.